Well, come back, guys. Here we are. It is, well, I'm not going to tell you what day it is for me because it's going to be a different day when you guys look at this. But it's all good. We're into chapter 3. Actually, we're going to do chapter 4 as well because chapter 3 is super short. Yeah, pretty. We're going to continue the next chapters of Hank Zipzer, okay, the world's greatest underachiever. So, I'm not going to ask any questions about what the chapter is about because, again, they don't really have chapter descriptions at the very top. So it's okay. So, here we go. 10 reasons I shouldn't look into her notebook. 1, it's not mine. 2, I don't have permission. 3, she told us not to. 4, no living 4th grader has ever tried this before. Number 5, I might see one of her cooties on the page. Number 6, what if Mrs. Adolph set a finger trap in there and it would snap my fingers off? Number 7, I need all my fingers. Number 8, come on, Hank, what are you kidding me? You know you're going to do it. P.S. I know. You don't have to remind me. There's all these reasons on a list. I couldn't come up with more. As soon as I do, I'll let you know, but don't hold your breath. Chapter 4. It was like the rule book was yelling at me, open me, open me. I reached my hand towards the dark blue cover. It was making me plenty nervous. It was really quiet in the classroom. The sound was the big hand on the clock moving. Will you hurry up already? Ashley said. If you're just going to do it, do it. Her voice scared me so much that I almost jumped out of my sneakers. Ashley, you scared me. I'm trying to help you. She'll be back any minute. I reached out again, and no sooner had I touched the book when I heard footsteps in the hallway. It was Dr. Berger, the learning specialist at our school. Hi, Dr. B, I said, trying to make my voice sound normal. Is everything okay, Hank? Dr. Berger asked. You sound funny. I wish I could tell her what was really going on. I was afraid I was going to have to repeat the 4th grade. Everything's fine. It's terrific. She didn't sound convinced, but she's so nice that she wouldn't accuse you of anything unless she knew for sure. I was just coming by to remind you that we changed our meeting times this week because of parent-teacher conferences, she said. Thanks so much, Dr. B. I'm a big fan of reminders. She looked around the room, suddenly aware that there was no teacher in there with us. Are you kids on your way out to recess? Oh, yeah. I'm a big fan of recess. Me too, Frankie said. We can't get enough recess. Ashley nodded. Dr. Berger looked at us for a second like it was too long. Oh my, she said, looking at the clock. I'm late for a meeting at Principal Love's office. I don't want to leave you here alone, but Mrs. Adolph should be here any second. I just saw her on her way up from the playground. Great, I said. We're big fans of Miss Adolph. Dr. Berger gave me a funny look and nodded. Ashley, go out in the hall and stand watch. If you see Mrs. Adolph coming, your job is to get her into a conversation so she doesn't come in here. About what? About anything. The weather, the gray clothes, you know? Ask her about her underwear. I'm not going to ask her anything like that. Ash, will you get out there now? There you go, big guy, Frankie said, pointing to the roll book. It's all there. It's all yours. I was just about to grab it when the hall doors flew open. It scared me so much that I dove under my desk, except I forgot that there's no opening on that side. I flew right into the big panel of wood. Oh. Hank, what are you doing down there? Miss Adolph said. Ashwina, roll number 1, one about standing guard. Keep your post, Frankie whispered. Okay. Oh no, I'm sorry, guys. I got a little off track there. Okay. It dove under the desks. There's no one. I flew right into the big panel of wood that stops us from seeing her when she's in the class. Hank, what are you doing down there? Asked Ashley. I apologize, guys. Got a little off track there. Okay. Well, tell you what, knock 4 times and knock yourself out. Just go back in there, Frankie said. I love that about Frankie. He likes to really take charge. Ashley nodded and went back into the hallway. I stood at the desk staring at the roll book. My hands were shaking. Could you hurry it up, Zip? I'm a slow reader, I answered. You know that. And I turned the page, and there they were, all the names in the class listed in order. I just let my eyes roll to the bottom of the page where I knew my name would be. And there, next to my name, were all the grades for next year. There were so many D's in a row, it was hard to keep my eyes focused. What's it say, Zip? Are they keeping you back? I'm looking. Looking is good. Finding is better. Suddenly we heard a crash in the hallway. Is that a signal from Ashley? I asked. But before Frankie could answer, there were 3 more clomps. That had to be the signal. I threw the roll book down on the desk and dashed to the door. Zip, Frankie called it. The book's open. Oh my God, it was. I turned and slid across the linoleum floor like an ice skater, and I slid back to the desk, reached and flipped the book open. and then flipped it closed, pulled myself around the corner of the desk, headed to the door, all in one move. Wow, I should really think about trying out for the Olympics. Frank and I flew into the hallway, and there was Ashley lying on the ground in front of the door, blocking the entrance. She was holding her knee and rolling around like she was in pain. Miss Adolph was hunched over her. "Think you can stand up now, Miss Wong?" she asked. "I don't know. I have a trick knee. I can never tell when it's going to give out," said Ashley. "I've never seen that before. That's what I'm telling you about my knee. It's a tricky one," Ashley said again. Ashley looked at us and she nodded without actually nodding her head for real. When you've been best friends with somebody your whole life, a nod is really all you need. Ashley understood my signal. "I think I can try standing now. Let me help you up, dear," Miss Adolph said. She reached out and took hold of Ashley's wrist. She pulled her up and leaned her up against her chest. "Thank you, Mrs. Adolph," Ashley said. "See, my knee is getting better now." Miss Adolph turned to us. "What are you boys doing inside the classroom?" "That's a good question, Miss Adolph," Frankie said. "Which is why you're a good teacher," I said. "I'm still waiting for an answer," she said. I looked over at Frankie for some help, but I saw nothing. I'd never seen before. Frankie was speechless, wordless, answerless. "Miss Adolph," I began, "we were in the classroom during recess because we believe that you can never be too early for earth science." "That's a very unusual attitude, Henry," Miss Adolph said. She was definitely suspicious, and I knew I had to do something fast talking. "I know it is. The old Hank wasn't that much of an earth science, but the new Hank can't get enough of those igneous rocks. As a matter of fact, I started a collection yesterday." I had a silent thank you to the people who made those National Geographic specials for television. I had seen just one on volcanoes and knew that lava produced igneous rocks. Miss Adolph raised an eyebrow. "I must say, I'm surprised by your enthusiasm." "Whew, that was close." I looked over at Frankie and Ashley. Maybe I'm getting all D's in school, but every once in a while, I have to give my brain an A+. Ordinarily, I might have taken time to enjoy this moment, but I had other things on my mind, like what I saw inside the book. And we're going to stop there, guys. Make sure you guys answer the question about these two chapters, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Awesome sauce.